Cent is a support doll for heals, stability regen, buff, and assist. She's not only good for all teams, but also a great addition to the burn team. For her skills, let's start off with Cleaning Time, level 1. Basic attack, targeted, stability damage is going to be 3. Selects one target within 7 tiles, dealing physical damage equal to 80% of the attack. Next skill is going to be an active skill, targeted, healing, and a buff. It's called Careful Hospitality level 1. Stability damage is going to be 6. Selects one enemy target within 7 tiles and deals burn damage equal to 130% of attack to them. After attacking, restores HP equal to 100% of the attack to the nearest allied target excluding the user, and gains heat recovery if the enemy target is inflicted with overburn, heals one additional allied target. Take note that this skill runs on a cooldown and not on Confectance Index. So the cooldown for this skill is going to be 1. Next skill is going to be active, AoE, healing, and cleanse. It's called Zucchero's Special Drink. It's at level 1, stability damage is going to be 3. Selects one allied target within 7 tiles, restoring total HP equal to 150% of attack to the target and all allied units within 3 tiles. The healing is distributed evenly among targets. Additionally, deals AoE physical damage equal to 50% of attack to all enemies within range. If the enemy targets have overburn, cleanses 2 of their buffs. Also guys, take note that this skill is going to be working with a cooldown and no Confectance Index. For her ultimate, healing, stability regen, cleanse, and buff, it's called Afternoon Tea Break. This is at level 1. Restores HP equal to 100% of attack to all allies. Cleanses 2 buffs, removes fear and stun, restores up to 7 points of stability index to an ally with the lowest stability index. After healing, applies heat recovery. This skill, however, is going to be the highest Confectance Index cost in her list of skills. So take note, whatever Confectance Index you get, it's going to go to her ultimate. For her passive skill, buff, debuff, and support, Maid's Duty, this is already at level 4 because I have her at V1. So at the start of the battle, gains heat recovery when the user is under the effects of heat recovery, increases damage dealt by 20%. When healing, additionally heals 10% of the user's max HP. After active attacks, applies overburn for 2 turns. When an enemy unit within range receives a targeted damage from an ally, prioritizing performing one instance of action support, dealing physical damage equal to 80% of the attack and 3 points of stability damage to them. The next sentence is referring to the upgrade and applies heat recovery to an ally unit for 1 turn along with Blazing Assault. So take note, the doll that targets a enemy and she does action support on it, that is the doll that is going to be the recipient of the Blazing Assault and damage up to. Gains 1 point of Confectance Index. This can be triggered up to 2 times per turn. For her weapon options, we'll start off with Sturmgewehr 36. This is her first free-to-play option, which is an SR. Dual boost level 1. When performing an attack or an active heal, increases damage and healing by 10% for targets with less than 50% HP. Her best free-to-play option is going to be Golden Melody. This is obtainable in neural integration in the shop. So charging level 1, increased damage dealt by 10% when gaining buffs, increasing damage dealt by next support attack by 10%, stacking up to 2 times. Another gun option for her is going to be Guerno, but this gun is going to be in the paid portion of the battle pass. So cooperative warfare level 1, for each allied unit excluding self within 5 tiles, increase healing and damage dealt by 5% up to 15%. If there are more than 2 allied units, gains 2 tiles of additional movement after the active attack. Her best option is going to be her signature weapon, Maid's Rules. Sturdy Guardian level 1, when healing with active skills, if the target stability is less than 1, restores an additional 2 points of stability to them. This can trigger at most 1 per turn. When the user's stability is full, healing and damage dealt are increased by 20%. Attachments and stat priorities. The best sets for her are going to be Face Strike or Emergency Repair. As for the stats, it's going to be attack percentage, flat attack or attack stat, HP percentage, flat HP or HP stat, and the last option could be defense percentage. For her fortifications, the best value for you would be at V1 or segment 1. So this takes Mace Duty to level 2. When action support is triggered, additionally applies Blazing Assault 2 and damage up to the allied unit for 1 turn. Take note that the allied unit here refers to the doll that shot the enemy while you also did action support to the same enemy. The next value that you will have is also going to be part of Mace Duty. It's going to be at level 3. It's going to be segment 2 V2. When heat recovery is active, increase healing by 20% and damage dealt by 40%. If the healed target has heat recovery, the healing increased is raised to 50%. If the attack target has overburden, the damage dealt is increased by 50%. This increases further her healing capabilities if you do want more healing out of her kit. The last stop is going to be at segment 6 or V6, which is going to level up your afternoon break to level 3, restore stability index for 2 allies and the lowest stability, then further increase it by 1 point. For her neural helix, we'll go straight to key regulation, where we will talk about the fixed keys that are necessary for her. The first one is going to thorough preparation, exclusive key. When healing an ally target with an active skill, cleanses 1 debuff. For targets with heat recovery, cleanses an additional debuff as well. The next exclusive key is going to be lucky menu. When healing an ally target with an active skill, if the target has heat recovery, randomly applies 1 powerful buff to them for 1 turn. And the final one is going to be pre-meal dessert. Gains 3 points of confectance index at the start of the turn, which helps her with her ultimate skill. The other common keys that I used with her is going to be over re-engineered invention. This is going to be attack boost 3. When using an active heal, there is a 50% chance to apply a random buff for a target for 1 turn. This actually came from Cheetah as her common key. The second one is just a stat boost from attack boost, health, and defense. And the final one is going to be her own common key, which is essential hot beverages. Health boost at 5%. At the end of the turn, applies heat recovery to the closest allied unit without heat recovery. This effect has a 2-turn cooldown. For her team options, she clearly doesn't have to be in a specific team. She works excellent with a burn team, but she can be placed within any team structure because of the heals and because of the buffs that she has from her passive if you have her at V1. As for my overall thoughts of Cent, she is a fantastic healer, more on the defensive side in terms of her support. She actually kind of lacks more on the offensive support type. If you're looking for that, she's not going to be the one for you. But again, for defense, for heals, she is actually one of the best healers. Stability regen in our game.